Hi there, it's Jacleen Allen from jacleenallen.com. Today I was having a conversation with a dear friend of mine, and we were talking about expressing emotion and how often people are unwilling to do that in public because they're afraid of maybe the consequences, or probably more so there's the fear that if the emotions are let out, that Pandora's box might be opened, and that the flow of emotion would just be overwhelming and everyone would be uncomfortable, and all of that. And I'm sure that many of you can relate to that. I know that I can, and in the past I've found it very difficult to be able to express emotion. In fact, very difficult in the past to express a lot of myself, and I think a part of that comes from conditioning, from growing up, from being taught as a child that you shouldn't express yourself because it makes other people uncomfortable, and it's just something that people often carry through the rest of their life. And it made me think about some of the things that I've learnt over the last few years, where probably over the last 8 years I've been spending a lot of time and focusing on stress relief, first as a natural therapist for a few years, and now as a life coach, and looking for the most effective ways for people to release specifically negative emotion, which is a cause of stress, which is also a cause of many health problems. And that was the reason many of my clients came to see me when I was working as a natural therapist, and it all boiled down to stress that had not been that had not found a way to be released from the body and also from the mind. And so after our conversation today, it prompted me to watch a movie that I bought a little while ago, and the movie is called Letting Go, and it's about a method that I've pretty recently discovered just over the last few months, called the Sedona Method. And this method I've been using really effectively just over the last few weeks with people I've been working with to relieve stress and to relieve negative emotion specifically, and had fantastic results with. And on watching that movie again tonight, I was reminded of the many different ways that it can be used. So not only just in relieving stress and negative emotion, but also it's a way to let go of limiting beliefs, what else, addictions, painful memories, all sorts of ways that it can be used to release unwanted feelings, issues, or anything that's unwanted in our lives, including wanting things and that uncomfortable feeling of knowing that we don't have this thing that we want, and it's just kind of that whole wanting thing gets in the way of actually receiving. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. And actually what I want to do now is, there might be some of you who are dealing with negative emotion in your lives right now, and I thought I'd give a quick sample or example of how the method works. So if you're in a quiet place right now and you're thinking about what may be your greatest problem or your biggest issue right now, and just kind of focus on that problem, and focus on an area that you may feel that in your body. So it might be a tightness in your chest or in your solar plexus. You might feel it in your shoulders and your back. So just focus on that area and think about that issue and all the problems it brings and all the negative emotion that it brings, and just allow all of that stuff to be in your consciousness. So you're allowing it to be there, and now welcome all of that stuff to be there in your consciousness. And so you almost feel a relief right there, welcoming all of this stuff and allowing it to be there. Letting go of resistance is the start of it. And the next part of it is ask yourself, is this something that I want to hold on to, or is this something that I want to let go? And if it's something that you want to let go, ask yourself, would I be willing to let that go? And usually the answer is yes. And so the next question is, when? And very often people, they're kind of shocked at that, because they realize that actually they could let that go right now in this moment. And they do. And the great thing about it is that while that emotion may come back up again, it may not come back as strongly or as powerfully as before, but once you have this method, you can use it again and again, not just on that emotion, but on anything else that comes up in your life. So just to repeat, let's try again. So whatever that issue was with you, bring it into your focus again, into your consciousness. Feel it in your body. Is there anything left in your body? Is there anything left that you want to let go of? Welcome all of that. Welcome the issue. Welcome that feeling, any sensation in your mind, any sounds that you might hear, any visualizations, memories attached to all of that. Welcome all of that. And just allow it to be here. And now ask yourself, is this something that I want to hold on to, or is it something that I want to let go of? And if it's something you want to let go of, ask yourself, would I be willing to let go? And if the answer is yes to that, the next question is when. And you'll find that more than likely that emotion has now been let go. Now, if you find that, you might not have been willing to let go, which sometimes happens, just allow yourself, or give yourself permission to hold on to it really tightly as you can. So tight that it becomes uncomfortable. And then allow yourself to let go. And it's actually a really, really simple process. So that's the basis of the Sedona Method. There's many other ways, many other methods you can use it for. The other thing I didn't mention is there's a variation of that you can use to let go of physical pain as well. And I'm still experimenting with that, and I'll keep you posted. But for now, I just wanted to share that with you. And if you want to find out more about the Sedona Method, there's a website called, I think it's sedonamethod.com, sedonamethod.tv. I've actually put a link underneath the video here that you can go to find out a little bit more. And if you want to find out a little bit more about me, my website is jacleenallen.com. And so I hope that helped, and I will definitely be bringing you some more information about the Sedona Method. It's something that I absolutely love, and that the people I work with absolutely love as well. Okay, so that's it from me. Talk to you soon. Bye.